So there comes a point in many projects where I wake up feeling nauseous and I have to figure out why. And unfortunately this time it's the top trim. I have a plan for what we can do in the entryway to help this ceiling feel more proportional. It'll just be like this fun kind of whimsical thing with birds going into the air. We're gonna try it.
Is that helping?
You done?
Yeah, no, I'm not done.
So I traced all the birds with pencil, but the pencil lines are just a little too dark for the paint to cover. So I erased them. Erasing them still leaves a faint line so I can paint over it and then it fully covers it. I'm sure there is like a better pencil lead that you can use for such applications, but we're just gonna use what we have here, which is my mechanical pencil and a pink pearl. And if you hear horrible, rude little noises in the background, it's this person right here.
I don't have to clean your floors. I can go home.
It's so true. At least you get to sit.
Yeah, this is the kind of sitting one enjoys. Not.
Welcome to Decor Week. We are finally finishing up the entryway, and apologies for the slight delay. We had the holidays, we had some illness. We wanted to spend a lot of time getting the decor just right.
Design setbacks.
Yeah, but we promise
We're crazy, it's fine.
we are finishing the entryway in this episode, so you're gonna get to see the reveal. I was looking around and I realized that I missed one of the bird's wings. So let's fix it. All birds are done. I think I'm gonna do a few around the flower light, and then that's it. Think. I like them.
I was skeptical, you know this, because I wasn't sure how they would fit the wall, but the way you created them, it's like an organic flow through the whole room, and they don't look stupid,
That was the goal.
which is always exciting.
I think they're like pretty close matches to the actual wallpaper, which is cool.
Oh, 100%.
But I'm most excited for like once we have the decor up to kind of like scatter the birds.
Fill it in.
Yeah, and then I did do some on the ceiling, and I might add a few more once we get a better sense of what the rest of the room will look like.
Well, it's a good base point to start with.
Yeah. Cute. Yay. So last week we had the whole trim debacle where we ended up taking off that bottom piece of trim and then just going with the birds instead. And some people like the birds, some people don't like the birds. I think it's gonna look really good once you see the decor in there. But also the good news is if I ever change my mind, I made it very easy to undo because all of that is painted on with sample paint and you can literally just scrub it off the wall paint. So
Yes, so compared to before where it was a complete remodel, this time it would just be a quick little
little bit,
But I don't really see that happening for quite a while because you're pretty obsessed with it.
I do like the birds.
Yeah.
So Brittany isn't here today because we're working on something super annoying that I know she'll hate. So today we're gonna fill all the big gaps in these floors with some color matched caulk, and that's just gonna make everything look really seamless and also prevent dust and nastiness from falling in the gaps and getting trapped and looking ugly. And then once the caulk is dry, I can use a liquid refinisher on the floors because they are super scratched from crazy cats that like to run around in here and be insane. Just like you. You are crazy. So I have the floors almost completely caulked, but I have a little area that I didn't do, and I just wanted to show you like a side-by-side comparison of uncaulked versus caulked because I think it just looks so much better. It's a lot of work, but I think it's worth it. The floors are looking so good now, and that refinisher is so easy. It's like 20 bucks or something. Wipe it on, and then it kind of like melds the poly finish so that it erases some of the scratches and everything.
It does magic.
It does magic.
It does magic that other people would want hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to do to your floor.
I don't know if I'd say that, but it does look very good. And I've used it in several rooms now, and it always consistently makes it look better.
Because it was looking a little funky for a minute.
A little funky.
But it looks a lot better.
We're about to go pick up something very exciting for the entryway. Can you guess what it is?
It worked wonders on the legs.
The legs?
Doors.
It was great on the legs.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Anything else back here?
The top was a little anticlimactic.
So we're gonna have to sand it, stain it, seal it.
Goals.
Yay. Oh, treats, treats, treats. So pretty. Now let's wash this because the cat's peed on it.
Trust me, I know. When I was beeswaxing, all I smelled pee.
They love to pee. So this hall table is probably one of my favorite marketplace finds that we have found.
Randomly found at nighttime. Yep.
As I scroll on there on the daily because I am addicted to thrifting.
You never know what you'll find. That's
You
the
never
whole
know what
point.
you'll find.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know I wanted a hall table until I saw it. But I realized, like, style-wise, it'll be good because it'll have another surface for us to layer into the room that's not just on the walls, because we have a lot of wall decor that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So this table, it's so cool. It has what's called, like, I think barley twist legs.
Or cinnamon sugar twist donuts. If you know, you know. Okay? Just saying. Makes me want a donut.
Barley twist legs, and it's a Spanish style table itself. And the good news is it's actually really easy to refinish with this like refinishing solution we have that kind of can melt and blend old finishes together. However,
Well, like little scratches or anything
Yeah.
that's messed with it, bam.
it just disappears. It's lovely.
We love it.
However, it only works on old finishes. So new poly, which someone seemed to put on top and then had bubbled and clouded and looked really ugly, it doesn't work on that. So we had to sand that all back,
Of course we did.
stain it, seal it, but it looks really good now.
It does. It looks like how it should have looked originally. It's fabulous. But you know with us, it's never, oh, just put something in the hall and it's done.
Yeah.
We're gonna work a couple days on it.
Well, we also don't pay the money for things that are ready to put in place.
So true. as
We
well.
love a bargain.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if the bargain means a lot more work it is.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's just who we are. Why buy one thing when you can buy two for the same amount of money and put 2 weeks of work into it?
Yeah, and
Where's
cry.
the fun in that?
And
Like,
get carpal tunnel. Like,
oh my gosh, the Advil.
So if you've been with us on this renovation journey, you will know that as we were stripping the paint off the doors, we discovered something strange, which is that the top door trim does not match the side door trim, which led us to find that someone at some point had probably stripped off the top trim because it looked so ornate and they wanted to make it look simple and modern and boring.
Boring.
So then that led us on this little scavenger hunt throughout the house to try to find a place where the top trim was not changed. And that led us to the mudroom, where we found this top trim that looked really beautiful. I found some kind of matching trim to Frankenstein it together online. We created this mock-up. We showed it to y'all and asked you what you thought, and everyone basically said, add it, for sure.
Definitely.
Add it all.
Why wouldn't you?
So we are going to add it today, and I'm excited to see what it looks like.
I have high hopes.
Now all the trim is up, and honestly, I'm just kind of sad that we didn't do it before because
Yeah.
it looks so natural. Like you walk in and it's like, that's obviously how it was always supposed to be.
It doesn't look like an add-on
No.
from what we've done for the Reno. It looks like this is how it's always been, how it always should have been, and you're welcome.
Yeah, but there is one big problem, which is now I look in the other rooms and I'm like, ooh, should we add it to that window and that door and that thing? And
Because that is the only interior room in the house that has the fancy trim on it. Now the other rooms are just a little bare.
little bear. It'll be expensive, but it would be cool.
But the bank account says, chill out for a little bit, okay?
I have a horrible, dirty little secret in my house, which is my decor hoard, which is a room upstairs that is completely untouched except for the floors being ripped out. And it's full of all the things that I've thrifted and found at antique stores over the years. It was originally organized, but it's gotten to the point where it definitely just looks like a dumpster, just threw a bunch of stuff in a room.
Whenever I pass that room going upstairs, I just immediately look away because it's too much.
I'm really good at compartmentalizing, and she is not.
It's like a hoarder's home, but it's just one room.
It's one room. It's
but it's too much.
compartmentalized. So we have finished going through my decor hoard, and the good news is we found a lot of great things in there, some of which I forgot that I had. Got it all sorted and organized. Brittany picked out things she wanted. So all in all, you know,
You gotta
positive.
accept payment in whatever way you can.
Yeah, Brittany was not thrilled about the experience, but it was worth it. So we've got all of these framed so far. And then we just went to the antique store and bought 3 more frames.
Yeah.
So here are the other 2 frames, and then we found this fun silver mid-century tray. And I want to use this hack where we use magnets, and you can just use this then as like wall decor to hang things. I want to try this for my grandfather's postcards and maybe just some other fun little trinkets that don't necessarily need to be framed. So we have all of the photos laid out. We also have some empty frames that we're hopefully going to fill as we get more pictures later. But now we're gonna put them up on the wall and hopefully mix in some other things. Like I have a mirror and then other like, wall decor that we can scatter throughout to try to make it a little more eclectic. And then of course the painting of my cat.
Of course.
So we spent several hours getting this done and I do love it, but I do feel like from some angles, it looks a little cluttered. I want a little more white space. And I think also if we take this and then spread it out, we can get it to go all the way to the bottom to the stairs and up over the top of the door frame, which I think would be cool. And since Brittany hates redoing things, I'm gonna do this tonight and surprise her tomorrow.
What? Oh boy. But you really just redid the whole thing.
No, I just spaced it out. Ugh.
And moved a lot of things.
Yeah, but it looks great.
This is true.
Today we work on other walls.
Okay.
So what we have here is my our.
Am I in the shot or no?
You can be in it.
Okay.
Because it makes more sense.
Well, I don't know what was happening.
Show.
I was doing treats, and the next thing I know, you're talking.
So here we have what is our great-grandmother's mirror. So this is gonna hang here. The same great-grandmother you can see on the wall now. And then we're gonna do like a collage around it since it's pretty narrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Zha.
Are you gonna help us?
Nope.
So this is an old wall sconce that I found in an antique store. And I just use it now as a planter. So it looks real cute. I think that looks good. Yay. Perfect, so cute. Okay, next up, we have this antique porthole, as one does, and we want to turn it into a mirror. So I bought a little mirror insert to go into it. Brittany, where are you?
Feeding cats treats when you start.
She's always feeding the cats treats while we're trying to film. They're spoiled enough. Brittany, come on.
I'm coming. I had to feed them. Golly.
So as I said, we have this antique porthole. We're gonna turn it into a mirror. However, this just looks a little too new. So we are going to attempt to antique this mirror and put it in, which involves paint stripper.
I thought it was just bleach.
No, you gotta paint strip this back off of it before you can do the bleach.
Fart. We don't have paint stripper.
Yeah, we do. We have citrus strip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all we need.
Well, that was not told to me.
Well, now it's told to you. So hard to see. Maybe once it's on the wall, we can show you, but it looks really cool.
It looks like the mirror always belonged to it.
Yeah.
It's in the same aging style now.
Yeah. But it's so hard to see on camera.
Trust us.
Trust us.
We promise.
I mean, it's not a normal mirror anymore. Like I wouldn't use that to put your makeup on or anything.
But it looks cool.
It looks really cool.
It looks cool, and that's kind of what matters.
Like you wouldn't have known this porthole did not go with this mirror originally. You would have thought it was a whole thing, but it's not.
It's not. That's just a Renee and Brittany original.
Bam.
Okay, so we have this rug. I'm gonna do another tapestry with it. We have to figure out which way it goes. But first we're gonna put the table in. See how it looks.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you moved the rug back so the table will fit?
Hobie. Sorry, your rug is gonna get put on a wall. Hobie loves rugs.
Oh, well, just...
So this is our table full of decor options that we can choose from. So as I'm filling up a space on a wall or a table or whatever, we can come in here and be like, well, what do we have? And we have a lot.
Well, what's really sad is we have multiple walls already done, and this is still what's remaining.
That's not sad. That means we have plenty of objects to choose from.
I know, but like eventually we do need this table cleared.
Yes, that's why it goes back in the decor room. Rory has no problem with this. She understands the system.
It's
Don't
a
you?
lot.
So now that the floors are all restored, we have one final thing for the floors to make them look done, which is shoe molding. But the twist is today that Brittany is going to be the one to learn how to install trim herself. She's thrilled.
Okay.
So Brittany's gonna learn how to make shoe molding.
Okay.
So how you cut it, you'll measure from the plinth block to plinth block for these just like one piecers.
Okay.
You wanna be really exact. So this is 34 and 5/8. Always cut long to start and
So
then
start at like
whittle
30.
it down small.
35 and a half.
30, no, not that big. But just like at least an eighth longer. So
Okay.
34 and 3/4.
Okay.
And then that way if you miscut, it'll still fit. Or if
Okay.
you mismeasure, it'll hopefully still fit.
Gotcha.
If it's too short, you're screwed. So,
I'll find a different wall to put it on.
yeah. What cuts do you think these have?
Well, they're the corner cuts, but instead of being the inside cut, they'd be the outside cut.
Yes, these are both outside cuts to wrap around a corner. But mostly it'll be inside corners, which will look like that. Disregard how dusty and furry it is, but you know.
Now we go cut some trim?
Yep.
Okay.
How confident do you feel?
Well, after seeing you, maybe 50%.
50%? See me do what? Sit on the floor?
No, cut the trim, see how it works.
Oh, you want me to do it first.
Yeah.
But I just told you how to do it. Okay, fine. I was looking forward to eating lunch, but all right. I'll show you how to do it.
What?
Fine.
You taught me how to write in a notebook, not how to actually do it.
Okay. Let's do it then.
Sweet mercy.
Something you know about shoe molding, unlike quarter round, is that one side is longer than the other.
Yes. And the tall side goes to the wall.
Yes, so tall side, when you're cutting, also needs to be standing like it would be on the wall.
Okay.
And that's it.
We're gonna find out. I need a black cat. Who you
Okay,
got?
we got lots of black cats.
Hello, gorgeous. Hello, gorgeous. My goodness.
Oh, he said, enjoy it, mother. So I'm gonna do all of them around the perimeter, then come back and start nailing it in and then filling the nail holes. So
Are you actually gonna nail it in?
I'm gonna try.
Ooh!
I'm not excited, but we're gonna try.
She told me yesterday that she didn't want to nail it in because nail guns are too scary. So.
They are. They are. Hello, have you ever seen Home Alone? Self-explanatory.
Something, anything that
nail
shoots things out.
Scary.
Yeah, it is
Very
kind of scary.
scary.
But it'll be a good skill to learn because that's like the last remaining thing you need to learn for trim. You now know how to cut it, assemble it.
Oh, hey, Hopi.
You have to nail it in.
Cheers.
Huzzah.
Yay.
Slowly depress. And then you hit the trigger. That's it. You don't need to map it out beforehand. No, you don't do that now, Brittany.
Why?
You don't do it now. You need to finish your nails.
I need you to leave.
I need you to shoot it in so I can make sure you can do it correctly.
Are we doing the other end now?
Yeah, I like to pin the other end to make sure it's in position before I start nailing everything. There you go. So the shoe molding is installed. It looks great. Brittany did a great job, and now she's really excited that every project going forward, I'm gonna make her do all the trim.
No, I'm really not. But I will say, it's hard. Getting all your angles correct, your measurements correct. It's too much math for me. They look really good though. And yeah, it happened.
Yeah, it's one of those things, it's a steep learning curve, but then once you figure it out, you can do it for projects going forward, and it just gets easier every time.
We hope so, because I remember nothing now.
You hope so, I know so, okay?
You know so, because you can be cranky if I don't do it next time.
I know so, because I've been doing this for a few years, and that's how
That's
it
the
works.
difference.
It's a steep learning curve,
It's
and
very
then you know
steep.
how to do it. That's
We'll
how
see.
it works.
I did it. I forgot everything very willingly. Next time I'm required to do it, it'll be a relearning thing, but at least
Pull it out from deep in the brain.
something happened.
So today, I get to fix what I messed up when I was doing the paint stripper for the doors. So what happened was when I had the paint stripper on here, it seeped through to the door frame, which took away the original paint that was on here. And so now it looks really funky with all these patchiness. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna scrape it, we're gonna sand it, and then we're going to try to match it to the door. And we're gonna do that with liquid wood paint, and then we're gonna stain it. And so let's see how it goes. Let's paint the door with some caramel. Okay, second layer.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh,
I'm talking to the camera.
okay.
Just mind your business.
So the sides of the doors now match the front of the doors that face the entryway. Thanks to Brittany, she scraped it all off. Liquid wood, stain.
She did all the staining.
Yeah, well,
Keep that away from me.
stain, sealant, and now it matches perfectly so that when that door's open, you're not staring at a sad, scraggly mess. It looks cohesive. So now all the decor is up in the entryway and we are ready to show you the reveal. We're just gonna do a little rewind first to remind you what the entryway looked like when we first started this project, because it's been a while.
It's been a hot minute.
But if you remember, if we go all the way back to how the entryway looked before, some of the things I didn't like about it is one, I felt it was just a little too formal, stuffy, a little dark, a little impersonal, because kind of how I designed it before is I just was like, this is pretty and it'll look nice and kind of impressive. And so that is what I did. I did all this plaid wainscoting. I did this wallpaper that went above it. It was all this kind of dark green, moody color. And this was before I really had like a better sense of interior design. I was just kind of a design newbie. And I was basically painting at that time every room dark green, which is a way to live your life. But I can't say it's like a sustainable design style for your entire home unless you want to do that. And that's great. but I have found that's probably not how I want to design the house.
Well, that's the thing that's really changed over the years when she started this. Originally, she was just doing each room individually. Now it's more the flow of the house.
Yeah.
So she wants the rooms to flow to each other. And the entryway, which just kind of was this random thing happening in there compared to the other rooms.
Felt just like dark, impersonal, and now that I think more about like how a room makes you feel, when I walked in the house, I was just kind of like, eh. Or on like a dark, gloomy day, I was like, this looks sad.
And it was also very hard to decorate.
It was very hard to decorate. Even with the wallpaper extending all the way to the ceiling, we had these big empty space gaps. And that was one of my biggest complaints with the design in the room. It's just like, it was so hard to make that space not look super blank, even with the wallpaper up there.
Well, because the wallpaper was already busy. So it's not like you could add more things because then it would just look busier.
Yes.
But not in a intentional way.
No. It's so hard to design on top of such strong designs already, like that all over wallpaper, the plaid wainscoting, like anything I added in there just made it feel extra busy and it just wasn't working.
Yep.
We started at the room by stripping everything back. That included taking off all the wallpaper, which sucked. It was really difficult, especially getting that backing layer.
It wasn't the wallpaper itself, it was the backing of the wallpaper that was deadly.
It really didn't want to come off.
No.
Pulling off all the wainscoting and then patching all of
the patchwork.
You forgot about the patchwork. Patching all of the holes and all of the paint lines that were left before and trying to get those walls nice and smooth again.
Oy, oy, oy.
Oy, oy, oy. And then removing all the top trim, which we're saving for a future project. Getting everything smoothed out, painted, and then starting on paint stripping, which took forever, probably at least a month.
At least, because it was the door trim, it was the baseboards, it was the doors itself, but we could only do a certain amount of doors at a time, so it was this constant back and forth and
non-stop paint stripping.
Yes.
Yeah, but unfortunately it was worth it. The wood underneath is beautiful.
So frustrating.
We were able to stain it to match the stairs, which was the goal, so that now the stairs aren't just like a block of wood sitting in the middle of the room.
Yep.
It feels like everything is integrated and ties in visually to the stairs, which I definitely wanted. Then we started working on the top trim, which was a little tricky.
We struggled, guys.
We struggled.
You saw the struggle.
And then we went with kind of the wild card choice that I still really love, which is taking this wallpaper leftover that I had and making templates out of it so I could create these birds on the walls. And it really goes into my design goals for this room, which was to marry traditional and whimsical. So without further ado, here is a reminder of what this entryway looked like before, and here is what it looks like now. Before, my problems with it, it was just kind of felt dark, impersonal, and a little too stuffy in my opinion. And I wanted it to feel light, bright, airy, pops of bright colors, lots of different eclectic design, things I've collected over the years, and to be just a reflection of me. So instead of walking in the home and being like, okay, a showroom.
Yeah, it could have been anyone's entryway.
Yeah.
Originally.
Yeah, instead you walk in and you're like, okay, I have a sense of who lives here and how they're trying to create their home. It's a great experience for me. I walk in, I want to spend time in there now, whereas before I just kind of would walk through it.
Yep.
So now, Brittany, you were the biggest hater of this entryway renovation, I think partly because you knew how much work it would be to get it to this point. But at the beginning, you said,
I know I'm not the only one who still likes the current entryway, but we're gonna do the new one and we're gonna see how it looks. And then I can let you guys know if I like it better or worse. And then you can let me know the same.
So now we are at the end. Brittany, how do you feel?
So as you know, I liked the original entryway. I liked the colors, the wallpaper. Now looking at it, okay, I was wrong. Don't get used to it. It randomly happens here and there. I really like it. It's so much brighter than it was before, which I know was her big thing that she wanted to do for it. I love all the original wood. I absolutely hated doing all the stripping for it, but it was worth it. Listen.
I can't believe you just said that you were wrong.
Don't remember that.
That's the only thing I'm gonna remember.
Well, that's not the purpose.
And it never happens. That's like the biggest compliment you could give me in this entryway. Not even like I loved it, but just I was wrong coming from you. Wow, it's
Whatever.
pretty cool.
Anywho, we've completed it. It looks really good. And it looks like you.
So much of this design hinges on the decor, and I know just a few pans of the room aren't really cutting it. So I want to give you a full tour of the decor. This wall was in the plans from day one. I really wanted to have a family photo wall of the stairs, which is very traditional, but I wanted to do it in just like a little bit of a twist of a way by having family through generations going back up here. And I wanted it to feel like a real gallery wall. It's kind of like overwhelming just to like see the overwhelming amount of people over the years who have ended up resulting in me and Brittany, which I think is pretty cool. This rug is a beauty. I bought it on eBay. I especially was drawn to this one because of the vibrant colors, and I wanted to put it in here so that as you first enter the room, there is that pop of vibrant color that kind of leads you into the other pops throughout the room. And also it has some of the kitchen colors in it, like the reds and the purples. So I just love this. And I wanted it to be hanging like a tapestry because tapestries are expensive and rugs are a little bit less so. So you can hang them on the wall just like a tapestry. And the only problem I have is that I need to find a way to get the cats to stop using it like a scratching post. So there may have to end up being a bench here, but I do love the way it looks. Another thing I always knew when I was designing this entryway is that I needed to have a bigger mirror here, something where you could see yourself in more full length as you're about to leave the house. Instead of going with something full length, I wanted to use my great grandmother's mirror that hung above her mantle because I think it's really cool. It's absolutely my style. It's just this like really beautiful carved wood detailing. And then above it we have this clock. I was searching forever for the right clock. It doesn't work currently. Hopefully it will. I need to go get it to a repair person. But I just really wanted to have something in here again that's practical. You're leaving the house, what time is it? This wall is very eclectic, and that was kind of the point. I wanted this to be what I called the curiosities wall, something that is a little more interactive. So guests come in and they're drawn to like, what the heck is that? These are postcards that my grandfather collected on his travels in Europe when he was traveling for work in, I think like the 1950s. Then we also have just some other things that I find to be curious. So as I was going through old family photos, I found some interesting parallels. So we have this photo of my grandfather and all of his work colleagues. And I was like, why does that background look so familiar? I looked at it and realized that I've only been to Germany once. I've been to only one palace when I was there. And we ended up actually going to the same palace and we took a photo from the same exact viewpoint. So beneath it is the photo I took, and I just think that's cool. Below it, there is my dad covered in food as a baby, and then me covered in food as a baby. Like father, like daughter. And then this is some kind of like homemade art from, it says on the back, Christmas 1933 by these two little girls. So I just think that's cute, and I like the history of it. I love this area so much, and I think a lot of that is to do with this rug that I found on Marketplace. It has these lime green birds in it, and then these really colorful flowers. And then beneath it, I have this Spanish style hall table that I also found on Marketplace. On it is my rock collection, basically rocks I was given by my grandfather who loved collecting rocks. And then I have this collection of like concierge bells. So this one is an owl, and then this one is just more of a normal bell, but I think they're really cute. And then this is an alabaster lighter. I don't have lighting fluid in it because I'm scared of burning my house down. This was originally my great grandmother's oil lamp, and it has been converted into an electric lamp. If you ask my mom, she says that my dad did it. And if you ask my dad, he said he has no memory of it. So There you go. Back here, things start to get really shadowy, although we have some fun light streaks coming in right now. So I wanted to keep this a little more simple, a lot more white space back here. This is one of my prized possessions. I found this in an antique wall with my dad this year in Vermont. We walked in and I was like, okay, we need to find weird stuff to hang on walls. He's like what? And I said, well, like this, and immediately pointed to this owl in the display case, and it ended up being perfect. Look at it. It's like someone's old handmade toy. Yeah, I'm deeply obsessed with it. I'm a big fan of like, if a piece of decor brings you joy, put it up. And that's what this wall does for me. It's just like, if I look at this trio, it makes me happy. Now here in the back of the hallway is where you're gonna start noticing a lot of blankness, and that is on purpose. One, I wanna keep this space. I have like a little mirror that's gonna go here, but I have to figure out what's gonna go around it. So that is gonna be a future fun project I'm excited about. And then here is the dark cave of the house. It is this back hallway. So that's something I have to figure out. Something I'm thinking about is there's something called sky tubes. They're like skylights. They just bring light down from above. I think that could work. Or maybe we just add more light back here. Because currently this has the laundry nook under the stairs, which is super useful. This is the only light back here, is the light inside the laundry nook. And it's just not enough. Like, it doesn't even shine into the washer and dryer so I can see what I'm doing. There needs to be some sort of light source here. And what's interesting is that there is this switch here. No idea what it does. It's not hooked up to anything. So I'm hoping that can be something that can be wired into maybe like some sconces here. So it'd be nice to have supplementary light as well as some natural light from above. I think this will be definitely a future project, but I think it could be really cool. And then we can do this whole back wall once we figure out what actual light it has. And I can then design it completely differently. What makes this project so different from the others that I've worked on is that it hinges so much on decor. And I knew that from the start. That's why we did the creamy white walls, the dark trim that kind of frame in the walls like blank canvases. And then I can come in with all these antiques I've been collecting, family photos, and just things that represent me and bring me joy. And now that you've seen it from start to finish, I hope you love it too.
Thank you all for sticking with us through this very long, surprisingly long entryway renovation. Too long.
To be fair, we promise like the next thing we do will be better.
Speedier. It really did take a while, but I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I hope you like it too. And the good news is that we've already started, if you see by Brittany's hands and my arms, we've already started on the next project space, which we'll be able to share with you in the coming weeks. So prepare yourselves. There is a lot more to come.
Obviously, this is kind of a giveaway, but not really.
Not really. There is a lot more to come in this house. So thanks for sticking with us. And if you have any questions about the entryway, anything we put into it, the work we did, let us know in the comments. And we will see you very soon for the next room. You got stuff all over your face. Do you want to fix that first?
No, it's not coming off.
Okay.
I've added freckles. It's the new beauty trend.
Window face cuddles.
You have dirt on your under chin from her.
Duh. She dirty. You wanna get down?
Very dirty gal.
No, she don't
No,
want to.
she sounds good.
You wanna hold her?
No.
Rejected. I know. That was offensive. Offensive.
Bulking out the top trim, making it look more ornate. Let me get this dug.
You didn't get it.
Well, it went away.
We'll see.
Kind of wild card choice that I made of, did I get it?
Get it? I don't feel like you did, but
I don't know. I got it in the general area.
what you need is like a lizard.
All right.
But bam.
Ready?
I've seen videos.